journey.
Very long journey. You can see we are here live at the Eastern Nigerian Medical Center. Mr. John Okafor, Mr. Ibu is finally here back to Enugu State at Eastern Nigerian Medical Center, Enugu, accompanied by Mr. Brown and so many other people. They are all here. Huh?
The second son.
Okay, the second son is here. Okay, very good. You're welcome. No. You can share the video. Let others see what is happening. Share it.
Where is Asina? Did you see Asina?
You can share the video. Let others see. Mr. Ibu, the legendary comic actor, is back to his home state, Enugu State. I now see no. I know Eastern Nigerian Medical Center. I know. Say, may his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. The second son is here.
I'm not going to show this on camera. Okay. Please don't show this on camera, please. No, it's not in the casket. No, it's not in. Yeah, it's not in the casket. Okay. Yeah, you know what it is.
We are here at Eastern Nigerian Medical Center. I'm mortuary car by 18 years, so I'm on go where Zoom mad. It will not be on camera. So Betty is back to Enugu State. This is the Eastern Nigerian Medical Center. You can share the video, let others join. Richard James, Chidebere Ibaso Jr. is the guy. There's a guy you name there, man. What the hell is he? Brown, the Actors Guild of Nigeria, President in Enugu State chapter, is also here. So many people is also here. Life is really nothing. This one has passed. You people can also share this video so that others will see what is happening. You can share the video, let others see. Just make sure that Mr. Ibu is back. Mr. Ibu is back. They brought it down to Enugu so that it will be easy for his burial and every other thing. A legendary Nollywood actor. In Abata, in a share video. In a share video. A person watching from where? Yes, in Abata, in a share video, I can't have here.
Okay. My name is Matthew Anemeka, Chief Whip, Emeritus Actors Guild of Nigeria, Lagos State Chapter, and then Mr. Ibu is my uncle. And, today we left Lagos quite late, but I'm happy that we're here finally today. We left Lagos this afternoon, and by my time it's 32. So I give God all the glory for Johnny Mercies all the way from Lagos to Enugu, his fatherland. So I'm grateful that we're here at last and in peace. I want to use this medium to thank our president, in the person of Emeka Rollas, President General, Actors Guild of Nigeria, and then Lagos State Chapter, Mr. Emeka Rising, also for all their efforts. It is through this very body that Enugu State Chapter, being led by my own brother Brown, and that is why we are here. I say thank you to all of you for your prayers. I say thank you for your financial support. Right now, I don't have much to say, but to tell you that just stay tuned. We'll be updating you on what's going to happen next. Thank you and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
So we'll go and register. Let's get where do you register? It's here. It's here. So let's go.
Please, may we know you and tell us why we are here?
Okay, my name is Brown. I'm the chairman, Actors Guild of Nigeria, Enugu State Chapter. So, the day before yesterday, we had the unfortunate news of our brother, an iconic actor.
Please, can you speak up? Sorry.
Okay, speak up, yeah.
Okay, so I said day before yesterday, we heard about the death of our brother, uncle, John Okafor Ibu. So today we are here to receive these cups from Lagos, from the Actors Guild of Nigeria, to also deposit it here. With the cups, two sons, the second son and the last son, and also the chief whip of Actors Guild of Nigeria, Lagos State Chapter. So that is just why we are here, to receive these cups and while we wait for the family and other information about his funeral.
Okay, what do you have to tell the general public that is watching the unfolding, what is happening? What do you have to tell them, the support they have been given, and so many other people, different places?
We all know who Ibu is. So for now, what I will tell to the fans, the people who are watching, is to hold on as the family plans for the burial, and to also keep praying for him, that the God Almighty accept his soul wherever he is. That's all for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So as you are joining Mokwe TV Live Update, tell us where you're joining us from, tell us where you are, and tell us the prayer you have for the family and the people. On the light. On the light. So tell us, may we know you, tell us why you are here and your name.
Okay, my name is Gospel Nyamosi. I'm the PRO Actors Guild of Nigeria, Enugu State Chapter. We are here for the sad event that occurred in Nollywood, AGM. One of us, a veteran, a jolly good fellow, Nekere Poto Ibu, just died. And we were contacted by the national that the corps will be coming into Enugu today. My chairman and I came in here to receive with tears, with heartbroken, because we never expected that it would end this way. But in all things, we say thanks to God. And we are using this medium to tell people that life is misery. Anybody can die anytime. Anything can happen anytime. We are being consoled by his legacies and the things he has done, which is also part of his legacies. And we pray that God receive his soul. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you all for joining this live broadcast. We are still here at Eastern Nigerian Medical Center, where his corpse is deposited. make sure you share this video. Let people see the update that Ibu is back to his home state, Enugu State. He is here from Enugu State, and we have so many people that came to receive him. The members of Actors Guild of Nigeria Enugu State chapter, especially the president Enugu State chapter, Brown Ene Oyobnagabai and PRO and in Eba Ashikabia with a loon update I with a loon share condozo where Malin Ibu Ayogun Enugu on Lagos on Atago at the Positi Guena Eastern Nigeria Medical Center. So I got Yakun update Kushaga. I get an update Macabari Alami Henine. I get with the on the Bahamas Square meeting. Yeah, update. So I say, I'm book and the Maramaki Hene share yeah to other people. Let other people see the update as you are following it. Okay, Zinelo Yakashuenelo. A combination of Queen and the Marama Hene, or you have a one and the Mar Carbon Kai. Or more about good media balaba with information now. So unu share can do so home here. Okay, yabu share Lagos cash where bateha Lagos. So above me share swear I can again agwanya be no kwane krian akokwan ekpere na ekpenishi yabo one nine okay. Mr Ibu, a great actor. He's a legend. So I can create the recognition or Kushiki. That's not the second son, not the last child. So we're better. Nakwa one name Pia. And yes, so we're better with the Actors Guild of Nigeria. So I need more updates will be coming soon. So the only thing we do for now is to share the video, let people hear what is happening, hear the movement, how it's going. We'll be giving you more updates, because if you share, others will see it. You can tell us where you're watching from, anywhere you're watching all over the world, let us know. And tell us the prayer you're praying for him. We are saying, may his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. And we say that the good Lord should accept his soul. And also forgive his shortcomings, because he's only but human. Nobody's perfect. Where is he? I hijack end this night. But while listen to every other person anywhere all over the world, when what is and what he had no wa and what he had nazo. On your no go able no on one day go game and as I get down my kids here and I'm working TV and they won.
I said, okay. So I spoke to daddy. I said, we need to find a way for your wife to come so that she can actually take care of you. Daddy said clearly to me that day that he doesn't want his wife to come to the hospital that day. That if his wife comes, he's going to die. I'm not the only one he said that to. Labista, you're still alive. Benedict Johnson, you're still alive. If you people know the truth and you want to be silent about it because you don't want to get involved in family issues, I can understand. But I know very well that you people know what happened that day at that hospital. We pleaded with daddy, pleaded with him for him to allow his wife to come to the hospital. He said no. And he gave his reasons. He made some very strong allegations about their marriage, about having caught his wife having affairs so many times and all of that. Which I called the wife. I told him, I said, this is what daddy said. This is what he said. He doesn't want you to come, that he caught you having an affair and all of those things. She said, oh, that is not true, that she never had any affair. I'm not here to say whether she had affair or she never had affair, because I wasn't there. But I'm quoting what daddy said that day. The main reason why he said he didn't want her to come to Abuja. He said he didn't want her to come, that for the past 2 years he hasn't seen her. And she affirmed to me that for the past 2 years she has not seen him. They were only talking on the phone, and most of the times he doesn't pick the call. And most of the time it's strangers, people that she doesn't know, that were picking the call. So daddy didn't want her to be there. I was the one pushing for her to come there. I was the one pushing for her. I told her, okay, come. This is the hospital. She asked me where the hospital address was. I said, come. And I told her, okay, you know what you're going to do? Find a way, sort out a way, find flight ticket and come. When you come, then we can now find a way and raise the money and balance you back. Because if daddy is giving his reason, saying this is the reason why he doesn't want you to come, I cannot go against that will. So finally, the wife actually talked about that issue. She herself said that daddy has been telling a lot of people that she has had it from so many places that she's having an affair, but in reality, that it were just mere accusations, that it was hearsays. He was hearing from a lot of people that she never had any affair. I believed whatever she said that period. I believed her. I had no reason to doubt what she was saying. So I just as an adult, I felt like, oh, maybe it's just normal misunderstanding between husband and wife that they will in turn settle later. So later on, she came to the hospital. When she came to the hospital, the first thing that they asked me was, who brought her here? I said, that this person is your wife now. You cannot be asking me who brought her here. Then she later said, her friend, one of her friend, which I'll be mentioning her name in the course of this video, because a lot of things that happened in that family she knows. If she's willing to come out and speak up one day, it's on her. If she wants to know the truth and still be silenced about the truth, it's still on her. I will not force anybody to come and speak up or force anybody to come and stand up for me. I won't. That's what I won't do. So that her friend, now she, according to the wife, when she landed in Abuja after I sent the address, she said it was that her friend Ogadima that actually booked the flight ticket for her. And then she came there. There was one other lady that was there that they later had issue with, whatever, I don't know. They later had issue with the lady that was there in the hospital. So when she came to the hospital, it was me, the other lady that she later had issue with, and daddy at first in the hospital. Before she came, I was the one in the hospital taking care of daddy when I came back. Then subsequently, Labista will come, Benedict Justin will come. Some people were coming, some other people from Nollywood, and some people that were there in that hotel that he was lodged at. The people that were looking after him were paying for his food and his hotel bill. Those people were also frequenting the hospital before she came. So when she came, I stepped down. I was just there. Whatever she wants, she would send me message like her daughter. She was even calling me her daughter, introducing me. She was the one that started introducing me to people as her daughter. Oh, this is my daughter. This is what she has done and all of that. I was working with the flow. I never had issue with her at any point. I was very loyal to her. Never at any point had any issue with her. So daddy was now in that hospital for about 2 weeks. Then his son later came and joined us. Daniel, his second son, sorry, not the one in South Africa. His second son later came and joined us in the hospital. So it was me, daddy, his wife, his son, and at the hospital. Subsequently, people started coming to the hospital to visit him. Yes, Madam Mona Lisa came to visit him, the Nollywood actress. She was the then secretary of EGN. A lot of people started coming to the hospital to visit him after the post I made went viral. Some people were contributing directly to him. Some people were giving him cash directly to him. At no situation was any money that was given to him taken by me or given to me. They were giving it to him, either him directly or the wife. I was just there in the picture trying to assist with everything. So after staying in that hospital for months, daddy finally recovered. Glory be to God. Myself, his son, the wife, we now started traveling. I cannot remember the sequence of the travel, but I know we went to yes, from Abuja we went to Enugu together. We went to Calabar together to see that her friend that booked ticket for her, Auntie Ogadima. We went to Owerri together. We attended Rita Domini's wedding together, which he introduced me to so many people as his daughter, and the wife was introducing me to so many people as her child. We were traveling together. After all those travel, we now later came back to Lagos. When we came back to Lagos, we didn't go to the house directly because the wife said the house was not in a good condition. Water was already entering the house. She said the house was so messed. So we all went to lodge in a hotel. In that hotel, daddy and his wife were lodged. I was lodged separately. After staying in that hotel for a particular period of time, I think for a week, then we now went to the house. Now, when we went to the house around that period, daddy was still, he just barely recovered. He was still trying to get back to his feet. While we were leaving, I think Benedict Johnson and Ballard, his group, yes, Benedict Johnson, Ballard and Labista, their group, in that particular thing they were doing that time. I think it was something related to politics. I wasn't really well informed about whatever they were doing, but they supported him with some amount of money. Even the day they wanted to give him the money, the wife said they should hand over the money to her, which they did. So she was the one in charge of the money they gave to him. After that, from the hotel, we went to his house. So when we got to the house, I told them I wanted to, then I just came back to Nigeria. I haven't actually connected to my own mom I haven't even visited my mom. My mom was in Lagos. She was calling me. I told her the situation of things when I came because she knows him very well. And they thought my mom is also from Enugu. They are from a very close place. So she knows him very well. She knows him for years. In fact, they are very close. So my mom was also communicating. My mom said, okay, be patient. When it's fine, you can come back. So for that period of time, my parents, my family are there. They were doing fine. They were communicating with me. And I had just recently got married. I had just recently got married to the guy I met on TikTok, the American guy. I'll be talking about his story in another video. That's another, because when everything happened, I never ever said anything about anything. But now people are pushing me to talk. I've been quiet and people are pushing me to talk. They want me to really talk. I'm the kind of person that when things happen, I like things to be where they are. I like to move on from things. But this situation, I don't see myself moving on from it until I talk about it. And by talking about it, I mean telling my story exactly the way it is. And if I say anything on this video, anybody thinks that what I'm saying is a lie, I have proof of everything I'm going to say in this video. I have proof of them, either in video forms, either in picture forms, screenshot, chat. I have proof. I'm someone that is very detailed in whatever I do in life. So I have proof of whatever I'm going to be saying in this video. So around that period while we were in the house, my then husband, who is now my ex-husband, said he wanted to come to Nigeria, and that would have been like the first time he's coming to Nigeria. I said okay. I had to go and rent house then. So I went to rent a house in Lagos. I took a 5-bedroom flat in Lekki. Before I left Cyprus, most people that knew me in Cyprus knew that I had a logistic business working for me too. I had a logistic business working for me. I had things working for me very fine, and I was doing very okay, and I was very comfortable, very, very comfortable. The logistic business I was doing, I was making over 3 million naira weekly. So I was making a whole lot of money from that logistic. I was the only one doing the business I was doing in Cyprus. As of the time I left Cyprus, nobody else was doing that business. So when I came, I was okay. I was fully loaded. Then after staying with daddy in the house for a period of time, when daddy was recuperating, him and his wife started having issues. The son was there. The son can attest to it. Even the children, the younger children, they can attest to it.
Be my bam now. Be my bam now. Be my bam now. Be my bam now. Now. Be my bam now.
They were always constantly having issues, and the issues they were having was not far-fetched from money issues. The fact that she would want to do something and she'll come and ask daddy for money, knowing fully well that he's not working and there's no other source of income. Daddy will start complaining, okay, I'm not working. Where do you want this money to come from? And as far as I know, from what both of them told me, from what daddy told me and from what she told me, they were married for years, and that marriage was very okay until daddy started encountering money issues. When he wasn't getting jobs in his career, Nollywood, the acting team was not paying him. He wasn't getting jobs. He wasn't getting endorsements. So he was just there. So the money was not coming forth, because while she was in that marriage, she was not working. So the only source of income in that marriage was daddy. And at the point that daddy was not able to financially sustain the marriage, that's when the issues started coming up. So while I was there, the few issues that I know occurred in my presence, the few issues that I can say, I can attest to that happened in my presence, were mostly the issues of money. When she would say, okay, I need money for this, I mean, need money for that. At some point, daddy was even telling her that the school fees they were paying for the kids were too expensive, that they should actually change the school for the children so that he can pay in somewhere that he can afford. Those were the kind of issues that were bringing problem that time. And the problem the problem I'm talking about is not just that they were always quarreling in the loudest of their voice. I've never witnessed daddy hitting her or witnessed her beating daddy, but they were always fighting at the top of their voice, that daddy would at some point he would start complaining, oh, my heart, my chest, and all of those things. He would start complaining as if those things were actually affecting him directly. So then, aside from that job I did in Cyprus, I was doing TikTok. Even when I traveled to Gambia and some other African countries, I was doing TikTok. And then people that knows what TikTok is all about knows that TikTok is one social media platform that pays very well if you're very creative and you know what you're doing. If you go on TikTok, like, you have a lot of people gifting you and all of that. So I started telling her, I said, okay, now that daddy is not working, that this TikTok thing, I showed her how I was making my income and all of that. I said, this TikTok thing might actually be something that would work for you people. She said, okay, she's very interested, that I should create an account for her. I should teach her how she can do the TikTok thing, which I did. I politely did. I opened a TikTok account for her. I even went as far as growing her TikTok account to 114,000 followers that it is today. I was doing content for her. Even while we're in Abuja, I was doing content for her. I was shooting the videos. Everything on that TikTok platform till it grew to that amount of follower it has was all my doings. Then later on, I started doing daddy TikTok. She said I should also help daddy, bring daddy back to social media, that people don't know that daddy has gone out of the limelight. Maybe he can start having job. That is how I started creating content with daddy, bringing him back to the limelight so that he can at least afford the least school fees. And as I speak, I know there are so many people in the industry that can attest to the fact that I was not the only one that he was calling and asking for finance. Because when I came, I heard a lot of stuff. A lot of people were telling me that he was asking for finance for as many people as possible. Everybody knew that the time I came back to Nigeria, that he was at his lowest. He was at his lowest. He was asking for the least 2,000 naira from anybody that cared to sustain his family. He was asking for the least 1,000 naira. He was asking for money from anybody, be it a stranger, anybody. So a lot of people knew that I was not the only person that knows that daddy was at his lowest when I came back to Nigeria, that daddy wasn't doing fine at all financially. So that was how I was able to set up the TikTok thing for both her and daddy. And when I came back, daddy's Instagram account was hacked. His account was hacked. He was not active on Instagram. In fact, his account was hacked while he was in a hospital. And we later found out who hacked his account is also somebody in the Nollywood. I don't want to mention name because the case was taken to the case was taken to Aja police station. I was the one that found out because I was chatting the account, and then the person was chatting me. He sent details to send money. I later found out who the person was. I was the one that reported the case to Aja police station, paid for the investigation to go on. And when the investigation went on, they tracked the person and they brought the person to Aja police station for me to recover that account. There's this girl called Jenna of Insta and Jenna on Instagram. So I paid Jenna 500,000 on Instagram to help recover daddy's account. Now they recovered daddy's account, Instagram account. After they recovered the Instagram account, which before I paid that money, I told the wife, I said, okay, see, how are we going to raise the money? She was like, let's forget about the account. That it's something we can always do. That money is not important to pay that kind of money in that. I remember that day I called my immediate younger brother. I said, please, can you loan me 500,000? The next day I'll be able to send it to you. Let me just quickly solve this problem.